भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। हे नंद नंद गोपाल आनंद नंद गोपाल। 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 हे नंद नंद आनंद नंद यदुनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद आनंद नंद यदुनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद नंद गोपाल आनंद नंद गोपाल। हे नंद यदुनन्दनन्द गोपाल हे नन्दनन्द आनन्दनन्द यदुनन्दनन्द गोपाल हे नन्दनन्द गोपाल आनन्दनन्द 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 गोपाल हे नन्दनन्द आनन्दनन्द यदुनन्दनन्द गोपाल हे नन्दनन्द आनन्दनन्द यदुनन्दनन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द गोपाल आनन्द 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 नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द गोपाल आनन्द 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 नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द आनन्द नन्द यदुनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द गोपाल आनन्द नन्द गोपाल हे नन्द नन्द गोपाल आनन्द नन्द गोपाल ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Today, we don't even need to start with meditation because that chanting was so beautiful. I mean, it's always beautiful, but especially when it's of the sacred mantras that just takes us so deeply into that beautiful space of just oneness with the universe. Here, our state of Uttarakhand. Yesterday in India, we were all on a countrywide curfew, or care for you, as Puja Swamiji said. And then our chief minister, the head of our state, announced that Uttarakhand would be on a complete lockdown. So we've all been inside here in the ashram anyway, but it's now, from today, official that the state is officially closed. Of course, as in so many cities in the world, food stores and places to buy emergency provisions will be open, but everything else will be closed. And while it fills us with concern at the expanding number of cases, it also is this just extraordinary opportunity to really know, well, I can't go anywhere. I might as well go in. Can't go anywhere, can't go out. We must go in. And so all of you sitting at home on either officially government-imposed home quarantines or just self-imposed out of compassion and respect and care for the society, the city, the nation. Either way, realize that we're now at a time where we really don't have any choice but to go in. And it's so extraordinary. I don't think there's ever been a time like this in history. And so while we fill our time with prayers for our sisters and brothers across the whole world who are suffering, prayers for them, doing whatever we can do here by filling the airwaves to the extent we can with chanting and prayer and satsang and divine lectures, arti being restreamed from the past. While we do all of that, we stay very acutely aware that this is a time in history where we have the opportunity, not the order, not the instruction, but the opportunity to really stop and go within. And while it's essential for all of us in whatever way we can, to the full and complete extent possible, help all of our sisters and brothers in whatever way we can. It's also essential for us to realize that we are alive at this moment for a specific reason. We are in a place that is being shut down for a specific reason, so that we all finally, collectively, simultaneously, can have this opportunity to go within. As Mother Earth rests, as we break all of our borders and boundaries of race and religion and culture and country and all of those boundaries, as we serve and serve and serve and offer, to also realize each of us has been stuck in a cave, the cave of our home, the cave of our room, such that we can go into the cave of our own minds. So hopefully, by God's grace, these lockdowns will be over very, very soon. So don't delay. Don't think, oh yeah, next week I'll get off Netflix and start meditating. Hopefully, by God's grace, by next week, our lockdown will be over. Let's make that use of it now, so that all of our prayers and all of our intentions can be for it to end as soon as possible. Not wasting a moment of it. But as long as we're here, it's wonderful to be able to connect with all of you in your homes and your rooms across the world for this beautiful time of satsang. Beginning with a question that has come from our Facebook audience, from Yepi Enface. Why do you think that we don't see many spiritual masters praying and chanting in these difficult moments? You were the first ones I saw doing this, and I'm very, very grateful and honored to hear you again. Thank you. Namaste. So first of all, we are so touched and so honored and so blessed to be able to offer and to be able to connect with you like this. I don't know, and I don't spend time thinking about why others are doing or not doing what they are or not doing. What's important is for each of us in this moment, in every moment, but especially in this moment, to ask ourselves, what are we supposed to be doing? And so for us here at Parmarth Niketan, it was abundantly clear. Schools have been closed, centers have been closed, now the state has been closed. So the work outside, the work in the field, had to end. And yet here we are, full of energy and health, enthusiasm, love, and we have a global family sitting in their homes and their rooms. And so it was abundantly obvious to us that the best service we could do for that global family was to offer as much as we could. Prayers, love, and ways of filling your time with inspiration and connection. So we're happy really, to have you all with us. I'll take one more, and then we'll turn it over to Shreya to interface for our online community. This is from Devesh Garg on YouTube. Can one get self-realization while pursuing his or her career? Or do you have to leave your career to get self-realization? So we absolutely, 200%, can and should attain that awareness, that awakening, whether we call it self-realization or God realization, without giving up our duties. And for many people, that career is their duty, is their dharma. Whether what they're actually doing in the career is the dharma, or simply going out and making money to put food on the table, to feed their families, to send their kids to school. That's their dharma. And so our scriptures and spiritual stories are full of stories of householders, married people, parents, attaining enlightenment, as the sages, as the rishis. So absolutely, the teaching is, and the truth is, that in the world, in the midst of fulfilling your duty, in the midst of fulfilling your dharma, you can attain that. In fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna goes even a step farther and says, unless you fulfill your dharma, you cannot attain the highest state that you are put here for, attain that absolute moksha. The question we have to ask ourselves is, what is my dharma? And so there may be careers, there may be yearnings and drives for more and more money, more and more external success, more and more name and fame, as we say. Drives to simply accumulate and acquire more and more possessions and wealth, due to which I have to have a career that keeps me in the office for 20 hours a day so I can keep climbing the corporate ladder. And sure, that may distract me enough. That may take me off the track enough that I'm not able to actually have the spiritual experience, the spiritual awareness that I'm meant to have. At which point we need to say to ourselves, is it worth it? Is all of the money, or all of the possessions, or all of the fame, or all of the acclaim, is it worth it? And there's no right answer to that, by the way. It's not about me sitting here as the spiritual police telling you what your highest goal should be. But it's a very important question as we look at choices that we make in our life, whether they're choices about families, choices of marriage, choices of having children, whether they're choices of career. Whatever choices we make, it's very important for us to ask ourselves, what's my highest goal? And is this piece that I've added, or this piece that has become my prime focus, is that in service of my highest goal? And again, there's no right answer. But it's essential for each of us to really ask ourselves that. Because otherwise we do get distracted. And otherwise, if you think, oh, my career and my career advancement, that career ladder is my highest goal. And then you let go of the meditation, you let go of the seva, you let go of the spiritual practice. And you may find yourself at some point in your life wondering, yeah, I've acquired so much, I've achieved so much, and why am I not experiencing peace? Why am I not experiencing divine joy and bliss? Where have I gotten lost? And again, it's not the career itself. It's not the job itself. It's not the family itself. It's how our mind gets hooked into the priority. How the mind gets hooked into getting what I want, achieving what I want, earning what I want. And this is where every minute, and if not every minute, at least every day, reassess. What's my highest goal? And by all means, have a career. Serve the world. No problem with that. But don't allow yourself to get distracted, to get pulled off the path into thinking that your highest goal is to finally make it to senior vice president, or that your highest goal is to finally become the CEO, or that your highest goal is finally to get a corner office with a window, or that your highest goal is finally to do better than this guy in the cubicle next to you. Don't lose the precious moments of your life. There's so few. So as we know that moksha, that freedom, that self-realization, God-realization is what we're here for. That awakening is what we're here for. Then yeah, do your duty. Do your dharma. And each of us has different duties, different dharma. But don't get lost. Don't get sidetracked. Don't start mistaking the drama for the reality. Keep focused on really what the priority is, really what's important, really what's your goal. And you can do it. It just takes the awareness.
This is from our Parmarth Niketan Facebook page. How can we keep a balance between the huge concern for those on the front line who are putting their lives at risk and the fact that many countries are not going to be able to help all those who contract this virus, with the knowledge that this is so necessary to bring everyone to their senses, that the earth is finally telling us all to go to our rooms and think about our actions?
So rather than thinking about it as a pendulum that you need to balance and find a center, what I would say is, can you create enough space within the self for both of them to coexist? So it's not about, oh, okay, I've done my thinking about those who are on the front lines. Now let me start thinking about how necessary this is for Mother Earth. And then, oh, I've done enough thinking about the necessity. Now let me re-engage with care and concern for those on the front lines. But rather, can we hold both truths simultaneously? Can we, at the same moment, be aware of the tragedy, of the absolute tragedy of those who are dying, and of those who are dying because they are helping others, those who didn't have to die? Not because they went somewhere, they contracted it, but rather because knowingly they put themselves at risk in order to help others. We don't want to lose a moment of holding them in our prayers, of holding them in our gratitude, of holding them in our consciousness. And to be aware that simultaneous, coexisting with that tragedy, coexisting with the despair, coexisting with the sickness and death, is new hope and new life. Rivers that are running clear for the first time in God knows how long. Species that are coming back. Air that is finally clear. Carbon footprints that are down. Healing taking place across the planet. People reaching out across borders of race, of religion to help each other. People finally letting go of that which separates us and fully focusing on our oneness. And the tragedy of the sickness and death. And the prayers for those who are fighting. So ultimately, the only real way is to expand that awareness, to not only be able to hold one piece in our awareness at once. So it's not this or that, this then that, but it's this and that. It's the same that we speak about so frequently in general on a spiritual path, of the awareness simultaneously of the suffering of humanity and the necessity of us to do whatever we can to help and to serve and to give. And the awareness of the absolute perfection of God's plan. And the necessity for us to serve and to help where there's sickness, where there's war, where there's destruction. And the perfection of the universe. And the necessity of feeding the poor. And the perfection of the creation. And. So in this moment, allow it to be and. Holding those on the front lines in our prayers, those in the hospital in our prayers, our families in our prayers, our communities in our prayers, and the gratitude and the joy of Mother Earth beginning to heal. And prayers for those on the front lines. And the joy of flowers blossoming in clean air.
This is from our Parmarth YouTube from Svarnendusa. Can you deny any remote chance that this kind of global suffering has to do with the global rise in immorality?
It depends how you think about it. When we speak about immorality and a global rise in it. So, is Mother Earth punishing us? No. Is God punishing us? Not in my perspective. In all of the experiences I have had with God, the idea of a vengeful, punishing God doesn't exist in there. So is Mother Earth punishing us? No. Is God punishing us? Again, no in my mind. So is this a somehow result of our immorality, that somehow there is a global moral police that is saying you have been bad, you will be punished? Not in my book. And there's this extraordinary thing called the law of karma, or the law of nature. And what we plant is what grows. And so when we plant seeds of abuse of the earth, of abuse of each other, that's the fruit that grows. When we plant seeds of selfishness, of grabbing and hoarding and consumption for the sake of consumption, there's going to be a repercussion of that. So are we suffering today in response to repercussions of things that we have done? On some level, absolutely. And it may be something as simple as the amount of time and energy and global resource that we as nations have spent building better and better, more and more weapons of destruction, and not putting time and energy and resources into actually coming up with a way of fighting this. Somebody sent me a couple of days ago a video clip of Bill Gates giving a TED Talk 5 years ago, in which he said that our greatest did not come from a weapon. Our greatest threat came from a virus. 5 years ago, he actually gave this in a TED Talk. And that was just a clip someone sent me. I'm sure there must be hundreds of similar, really smart people who gave really good warnings while there still was time for us to come up with a global strategy. The reason that there's so much suffering on one level is we were totally unprepared. No global strategy. So is the suffering a repercussion of us not being prepared? Absolutely. Is it punishment for not being prepared? I don't think so. But it's a natural repercussion of it. The amount of resources we have spent on building more and more weapons of destruction, such that we can now blow up the entire earth with nuclear bombs, God knows how many hundreds or thousands of times. But we don't have a strategy in place to deal with a virus. Makes you realize how off the track we've been. But I don't think the universe is punishing us. Actually, Mother Nature is extraordinarily forgiving. Extraordinarily forgiving. Here on the banks of Ganga, where we do so much work to clean the river, of course, but also educate and inspire people to keep the river clean. One of the things that always touches me so deeply as tragically people keep polluting the river is that every year Mother Ganga gives us another chance. The monsoons come, her water level rises, and she literally takes everything we've dumped in her, carries it out to sea. Not that it's good for the ocean, of course, that's a separate tragedy, but looking just at the vacuum of this river, we dump it in, she cleans it out. She's extraordinarily forgiving, as is Mother Earth. Seasons of regeneration, of regrowth, regeneration, regrowth. But then, like everything in nature, there's a limit. And so I think Mother Earth has actually hit a point where she came in. And to me, I think she knew that if we kept going at the rate we were, we might go beyond a point of no return. And out of compassion, out of love, not out of vengeance or punishing, she did the only thing she knew how to do. Make us all stop. Make us all just sit down and be quiet. I spent a year teaching high school in Ecuador. in between undergraduate and graduate school. And I remember moments in the classroom saying to classrooms full of very, very loud and unruly teenagers, just please sit down and be quiet. And I feel like on some level, that's what Mother Earth is saying to us. But not out of vengeance. I think she's actually done the most compassionate thing for the future. The reason that the suffering is so great is because we as a human race were not prepared for this. We didn't have strategies in place. Let us now play catch up. Let us now do the very best we can to learn the lesson as fast as we can so that we can clear this particular karmic cycle and be free to move into a new karmic moment of health, of wellness, of oneness, of togetherness. But let us pledge never to forget this lesson.
This is from Pooja Talwa on the Parmarth Niketan Facebook. She asks, can ordinary persons like me also realize God?
Absolutely, Pooja. Absolutely. You and everyone. The scriptures were not given to a select few. They were given for all. The teachings, the truths that God has given us were not given for you, and you. They were given for all. Every one of us. This is why if you go actually through the scriptures and you look at the epics and the stories and the teachings, the incredibly vast spectrum that we're given of different types of people, ranging from cobblers to kings, from beggars to rishis. And we're given these different characters in the scriptures as enlightened ones, as rishis or as sages, to remind us never to think, oh, only that one, only this one. The scriptures are full. Why Shabri? So that every single person living in a hut in a village knows, yeah, God will come to me. So that no one thinks, oh, God only goes to those who are super educated or super rich or super powerful or super talented. Why are we given all of these beautiful different characters? Why such beautiful stories that are in the scriptures and then told when we go and we sit for katha? Why are these the stories being told and retold? To remind us. It's not about wealth. It's not about what degrees you have. It's not about beauty. It's not about accessorizing. It's about the heart. Every village woman can be Shabri and have God show up at their door. That's even bigger than God realization. God realization, you experience God. This is shows up at the door, rings the bell. So yes, Pooja, you and everyone. Never, ever, ever forget that. That's the most important teaching. There is nothing that God wishes you were right now other than awake. God's not wishing, oh, I wish you were smarter or richer or more powerful. Just more awake. Just open your eyes and just love. Just